I told you to eat in the restroom if you're useless. What are you doing here? Mike Miller, the HR director, spat at the new employee, Maria Taylor. Tears welled up in Maria's eyes, and she quickly looked down. I watched this scene from the corner of the hallway near the restroom. I'm James Johnson, 45 years old. I'm the CEO of this company. I just returned to the New York headquarters from overseas after 5 years, and no one has recognized me yet. Hey, what are you doing? I called out to Mike. Oh, who are you? A newbie? No, I'm not. I'm Johnson, the CEO. Mike's face turned pale. What, CEO? No way. That's right. I just got back after 5 years. So, what was that comment just now? Mike hastily began to make excuses. No, this is part of the training for new employees. Training? How is making someone eat in the restroom considered training? I couldn't contain my anger and raised my voice. Misaki, is it? Please come here. I gently spoke to Maria, who approached fearfully. Maria, how did you come to join our company? Yes, I studied computer science in college and applied through your innovation recruitment program. It was a tough exam, but I managed to pass. I see. And how have you been treated since joining? After hesitating, Maria answered in a small voice. Actually, it's been 2 months since I joined, but I haven't been assigned any programming work yet. I've been doing miscellaneous tasks every day, and today I was told to eat lunch in the restroom. Anger threatened to explode within me. I turned back to Mike and asked sternly, Mike, explain, why is an employee hired through the innovation program being treated like this? Mike started making excuses. No, there's a reason for this. New employees lack social skills, so they need tough training first. Training? How is trampling on someone's dignity considered training? Maria, please gather your belongings and come to my office immediately. Let's have lunch there. A look of surprise appeared on Maria's face. Really, is that all right? Of course, and starting this afternoon, you will be transferred to a department where you can fully utilize your skills. But sir, that's so sudden. Mike, gather all employees in the conference room immediately. I have a major announcement to make. Mike nodded slightly, his face pale. Maria, let's go. Your talent will be properly appreciated and utilized. That's what this company should be. Tears glistened in Maria's eyes. But this time, they were tears of hope. I will return this company to a place where every employee is respected and can showcase their talents. That's my mission upon returning after 5 years. My name is James Johnson, 45 years old, founder and CEO of Tech Innovation Inc. 15 years ago, when I was working as an engineer at a major company, I felt uncomfortable with the old-fashioned system of judging people solely by their academic background and career history. Seeing young people with talent not given opportunities just because they didn't follow the traditional path. My desire to create a company where everyone could maximize their abilities grew stronger every day. That's why, along with like-minded colleagues, I founded Tech Innovation. We embraced a policy of no academic requirements and a meritocracy, actively hiring self-taught programmers and career changers from different industries. As a result, we fostered a culture rich in creativity and became a notable presence in the industry. 5 years ago, I moved to America to expand our overseas business and worked hard to develop new markets. During this time, I entrusted the management of the US headquarters to our Vice President, Wilson, never imagining the situation would become like this. While abroad, I was exposed to the cutting-edge corporate culture of Silicon Valley and its emphasis on diversity, reaffirming the correctness of our company's principles. At the same time, I keenly felt the backwardness of American corporate culture. Upon returning, I went straight from the airport to the headquarters, slipping quietly into the company to avoid being noticed by the employees. What I saw was a company distorted beyond my imagination. The founding principles were overshadowed by old-fashioned practices of academic elitism and seniority. Mike Miller, the HR director in particular, was excessively tyrannical. Anger and a strong sense of mission welled up within me. This company, no, American corporate culture must be changed. We must rebuild a place where all talented young people can freely spread their wings. With that resolve, I began preparing for a major company reform. Utilizing the international perspective and experience gained over the past 5 years, I will transform tech innovation into a truly innovative company. That is my responsibility as the founder. The emergency meeting with all employees began. The conference room was filled with tension. I stood on the stage and began to speak quietly but firmly. Ladies and gentlemen, I deeply regret that our company's principles have been severely distorted during my 5-year absence. The room buzzed. I could see Mike Miller's face turning pale. Today, I witnessed Maria Taylor, a new employee, being ordered to eat lunch in the restroom. This is an act that tramples on human dignity. There was a gasp from the audience. Voices of surprise spread among the employees. Upon further investigation, I found that many young employees hired through the innovation program are not being allowed to utilize their talents at all. This goes against our company's principles and is absolutely unacceptable. I took a breath and stared at Mike. Mike Miller, come up to the stage. With trembling legs, Mike stepped onto the stage. Mike, how do you intend to explain this situation? No, this is part of the training for new employees, to teach them the basics of being a professional. Training? Basics. How is bullying someone training? How is crushing the potential of talented young people teaching basics? My voice echoed through the conference room. Mike was at a loss for words and just stood there. Mike, you are immediately relieved of your position as HR director. For the next month, you will do the same work as new employees. During this time, I want you to relearn the true principles of our company. Mike's face turned pale. The audience was shocked. And to all employees, I announce this. From today, this company will be reborn. A company where people are evaluated based on their pure ability and passion, not their academic background or age. A company where all employees can freely express their creativity. That is the true vision of tech innovation. A small round of applause started and gradually grew louder. The eyes of the younger employees began to shine. The specifics of the reform plan will be announced later. In the meantime, any employee who has been treated unfairly should come directly to me. I will listen to all complaints and take appropriate action. The meeting ended, and Mike left the conference room with slumped shoulders. His back showed signs of anger and humiliation. However, this is just the beginning. The resistance from executives with old-fashioned mindsets will only grow stronger from here. In my heart, I prepared for the difficult battle that was about to begin. A week had passed since the emergency meeting. I was deeply involved in creating a new personnel system. It was a system to fairly evaluate employees' abilities and assign them to the right positions. That afternoon, Vice President Wilson visited my office. President Johnson, do you have a moment? Wilson, what's the matter? Wilson's expression was tense, clearly struggling to say something. Actually, concerning Mike, some members of the board have raised concerns. Oh, what kind of concerns? Yes, there are opinions that Mike's sudden demotion might have been too harsh. Considering his long years of service, they think a more gentle approach could have been taken. I frowned. Years of service, bullying employees, and stifling the potential of talented young people is considered an achievement. Well, of course, that's a problem, but Mike had his own reasons. Reasons? What kind of excuse justifies trampling on someone's dignity? Wilson was at a loss for words. Wilson, I entrusted the company to you as vice president during my 5-year absence. Why did you allow this situation to persist? I'm sorry, I should have noticed, but the performance was good. Performance? Do you think it's acceptable to abandon the company's principles for short-term numbers? Wilson turned red and looked down. All right, gather all the board members immediately. Wilson hurriedly left the room. I let out a deep sigh and looked out the window. The future of the company is at stake. This issue must be resolved fundamentally. 1 hour later, an emergency board meeting was held. As I entered the conference room, the atmosphere was tense. The eyes of the shrewd board members were assessing me. Gentlemen, I understand you have opinions about Mike's punishment. One of the older board members, Anderson, spoke up. President Johnson, I believe Mike's punishment is too severe. He has been a dedicated supporter of our HR for many years. A dedicated supporter, a man who bullies employees and stifles talent. Another board member, Thomas, spoke. But sir, abrupt changes can destabilize the company. Our customers and partners have long-standing trust in us. Losing an experienced employee like Mike could affect these relationships. I took a deep breath and began to speak quietly but firmly. Gentlemen, why does our company exist? Is it for short-term profits or to change the world with innovative ideas? The conference room fell silent. Mike's actions fundamentally deny our company's principles. If we allow someone like him to go unchecked, we'll never attract true talent again. And what about you? Why did you tolerate this situation for the past 5 years? Do you believe anything is permissible as long as we make a profit? The board members looked down. However, a young board member, Brown, spoke up. President Johnson is right. I have also questioned this situation for many years, but no one had the courage to speak up. Thank you, Brown. I'm glad we have someone who thinks like you. However, Anderson counted again. But President Johnson, while Mike's methods were problematic, he has years of experience. Isn't there a way to utilize that experience, perhaps through re-education instead of outright dismissal? Anderson, experience is indeed valuable. But what if that experience is used in the wrong way? It could be more harmful than helpful. Even so, President, disregarding veteran employees like Mike could affect the morale of other staff members. It's the opposite, Thomas. It's far more damaging to morale when talented young employees are mistreated and their potential is crushed. A heavy atmosphere filled the conference room. The faces of the old guard board members showed anger, but the eyes of the younger board members were shining. Gentlemen, from today, we will eliminate the old ways. Those who can't follow this will have to leave the management team. This is the final warning. But President Johnson, isn't that dictatorial? Dictatorial? No. This is reform. Necessary reform based on our company's principles. I support the President's opinion. If we continue like this, we will lose truly talented people. Thank you, Brown. Does anyone else have any opinions? The conference room was enveloped in silence. The board members looked at each other, seemingly having made a decision. All right, let's put it to a vote. Those in favor of my proposal to maintain Mike's punishment and proceed with further reforms, raise your hand. Slowly but surely, hands went up. In the end, a majority of the board members expressed their agreement. It's decided. Starting tomorrow, we will begin drafting new reform plans. We will build an organization that maximizes every employee's potential and fosters true innovation. The meeting ended, and the board members left the room. Wilson, the last to leave, approached me. President, I apologize as well. From now on, I will fully support the reforms. Thank you, Wilson. We need your strength too. After Wilson left, I gazed out the window. The evening sky seemed to herald the dawn of a new era. I understand the ripple effects this decision will cause. But there's no turning back. The future of the company and the talented young people depend on it. I renewed my resolve, bracing myself for the battle starting tomorrow. 2 weeks had passed since the final warning at the board meeting. The company's reforms were steadily progressing, but the resistance from the old guard was intensifying. In the midst of this, I received a shocking report. President, we have a serious problem. We have information that former HR Director Mike is trying to steal our confidential information. What? Tell me more. Yes, it appears Mike is attempting to leak personal information of employees hired through the innovation program and details of our new projects to outside sources. I felt my blood boil. Do we have proof? Yes, the IT department detected suspicious data access. And upon investigation, it was found that large amounts of data were downloaded using Mike's account. Damn it, bring Mike to my office immediately. 30 minutes later, Mike was summoned to my office. His face was pale, and he was clearly agitated. Mike, I've been informed that you are attempting to leak our company's confidential information. What are you talking about? I would never. We have evidence. Suspicious data access has been detected from your account. Explain yourself. Mike was momentarily at a loss for words, but then a defiant look appeared on his face. So what? President Johnson, I can't stand by and watch your autocratic reforms destroy the company. What did you say? You are trying to dismantle what we've built over the years in an instant. I won't allow it. I'll use this information to stop your reckless actions. I try to remain calm, despite my anger. Mike, you don't understand. What we've built isn't about crushing employees' talents. It's about fostering innovation. Don't make me laugh. You can't run a company on such naive ideals. No, you're the one who's laughable. Do you realize how much talent has been wasted because of that mindset? Damn it. Mike, you have two choices. 1. Return all the information now and resign. 2. I report this to the police and take legal action. Which will it be? Mike turned pale. With trembling hands, he took out a USB drive and placed it on the desk. This is everything. I will never. Understood. Write your resignation letter immediately and never come near our company again. Mike left the room with slumped shoulders. His back was marked with the colors of defeat and humiliation. I let out a deep sigh. One obstacle had been removed, but the battle was far from over. In fact, the real fight was just beginning. To transform the company into a truly innovative organization, I renewed my resolve. A week after Mike's resignation, I announced the launch of an innovation contest, open to all employees. This contest would allow everyone, regardless of position or background, to freely propose ideas. Everyone, starting today, we will hold the innovation contest to create the future for the next month. Outstanding ideas will be immediately turned into projects, and the proposers will be appointed as leaders. The room buzzed with excitement. The eyes of the younger employees began to shine. Academic background, career history, and seniority are irrelevant. Ideas will be judged purely on their innovation and feasibility. Then, I made a surprising announcement. Furthermore, we will invite renowned venture capitalists and entrepreneurs from outside the company to serve as judges. Evaluations will be based on pure merit. This announcement visibly unsettled the old guard board members. 2 weeks after the contest began, we received an overwhelming number of entries, especially from young employees whose voices had previously been suppressed. One day, Maria Taylor visited my office. President, do you have a moment? Maria, what is it? Actually, I have a question about the project I submitted for the contest. Well, let's hear it. Maria began explaining nervously. Her proposal was to develop a platform using AI technology to support employment for people with disabilities. I was amazed by the innovative idea. This is a fantastic idea. Why are you hesitating? Well, the previous HR director told me not to think of such grand things. That's ridiculous. This is exactly the kind of innovation our company needs. Present it with confidence. Tears glistened in Maria's eyes. And Maria, if this project is accepted, I want you to lead it. What, me? But I still... It's all right. With your passion and ability, you can definitely do it. I will fully support you. With tears of gratitude in her eyes, Maria put her head down deeply. On the final day of the contest, a presentation was held with external judges. Maria's project won the grand prize. Other innovative ideas from young employees also received high praise. Gentlemen, as this result shows, our company has been harboring incredible talent. Starting today, we will immediately launch these projects. The room was filled with excitement and hope. The old guard board members couldn't hide their surprise at the young employees' progress. I felt a solid sense of assurance about our bright future. A month had passed since the success of the innovation contest. Projects like Maria Taylor's AI employment support platform had started, filling the company with energy. However, resistance from the old guard still persisted. One day, Vice President Wilson visited my office. President, we've received a complaint from Sonic Technology, one of our major clients. What is the complaint about? They say the approach of the new project team is significantly different from the past. They feel the young employees are too prominent and lack reliability. I frowned. This was a situation I had anticipated. Understood. I will contact President Jones of Sonic Technology directly. What are you talking about? I would never. That's why I need to explain it to him directly. We can't innovate if we fear change. True, but Sonic Technology accounts for 20% of our sales. Losing them would greatly impact our company's operations. I know. That's why it's crucial they understand the necessity of change. The next day, I visited Sonic Technology. As I waited in the reception room, President Jones entered. Hey, Johnson, it's been a while. Good to see you again, President Jones. Thank you for your time. Johnson, I'm puzzled by the recent changes in your company. Are you sure it's wise to put so many young people in the forefront? President Jones, the real problem was the old way of doing things, suppressing young talent and stifling innovation. But isn't it risky to entrust important projects to inexperienced young people? In our industry, years of experience and connections matter. Experience is important indeed. However, relying solely on it will not create new value. What we need for the future are the fresh perspectives of the younger generation and their understanding of the latest technologies. I understand the logic, but how exactly will things change? Let me explain the innovative solution our new team is proposing. I began to detail the predictive analytics system, utilizing AI and big data that the new team had proposed. This system had the potential to significantly improve Sonic Technology's production efficiency. With this system, we can predict production line issues in advance and optimize maintenance schedules. Additionally, by aligning with market trends, we can dramatically improve demand forecasting accuracy. President Jones's eyes began to light up. I see. This is indeed interesting, however. I'm still concerned. Implementing an unproven new system in our main factory is... Your concern is valid. How about this? We start with a small-scale test project and evaluate the results before full implementation. If it doesn't deliver, I will take full responsibility. You have that much confidence? Yes, I have complete faith in our young talents. After deep contemplation, President Jones slowly nodded. All right, under those conditions, I'll give the new team a chance. However, I want regular progress reports. Be aware that if any issues arise, the project may be stopped immediately. Thank you. We will deliver excellent results. Upon returning to the office, I immediately called a meeting with the new team. Gentlemen, the project with Sonic Technology is officially starting. This is your chance to showcase your abilities. Give it your all. Team leader Maria stepped forward. Thank you, President. We will definitely succeed. The young employee's eyes shone with determination. However, there is something you need to be mindful of. This project is not just about delivering a system. Building a relationship of trust with Sonic Technologies employees is also crucial. Listen earnestly to their concerns and work together to find solutions. Yes, understood. We will focus on both the technical aspects and building human relationships. Good. I have high expectations. Let's get started. A week after the project began, I received the first report from Maria. President, I visited the site at Sonic Technology. The resistance from the employees was stronger than I expected. Specifically, what kind of reactions did you get? Well, many said things like, "What do these youngsters know?" and "The current way is good enough." The resistance was particularly strong from mid-level employees. I see. They probably felt like their experience and knowledge were being dismissed. Yes, that's likely. What should we do? Maria, make sure to listen to their concerns and fears. Show them concretely how the new system will make their work easier and more efficient. Instead of turning them into enemies, make an effort to turn them into allies. Understood? I'll rethink our approach. The project continued to face various challenges. System malfunctions, data consistency issues, security concerns, and more problems surfaced one after another. However, the young team tackled each issue earnestly and resolved them one by one. 2 months after the project started, the test project results came in. President, the results are in. How did it go? The results exceeded expectations. Production efficiency improved by 15%. The defect rate decreased by 5%, and the reduction in downtime due to preventive maintenance is significant. Fantastic! What's Sonic Technologies' reaction? Yes, President Jones called me directly. He said it was an eye-opener. Great job, Maria. The efforts of your entire team have paid off. Thank you, however, there are still some challenges. What challenges? Yes, there is still room for improvement in the system's operation. Also, there are still some employees at Sonic Technology who are resistant to the changes. I see. It's not about seeking perfection, but about continuous improvement. That's the attitude we aim for. By addressing these challenges one by one, we can earn even more trust. Yes, we'll do our best. This success became a major topic in the industry. News of young-led innovation bearing fruit spread rapidly, and our company's reputation soared. A few days later, I received a direct call from President Jones. Johnson, you were right. I underestimated the power of the younger generation. Thank you. I appreciate that you trusted their potential and gave them a chance. No, I should be thanking you. Thanks to you, we realized our company also needs to change. Actually, we're thinking of starting a young talent development program similar to yours. Could you give us some advice? Of course, I'd be happy to help. Thank you. By the way, we've decided to fully implement the AI system. We're counting on you. Thank you. We will definitely meet your expectations. After hanging up the phone, I felt a deep sense of relief and joy. This success isn't just about one project's achievement. It could be a significant step in changing American corporate culture. That night, I called an emergency meeting with all employees. Gentlemen, I have great news. The project with Sonic Technology has been a great success, and full-scale implementation has been decided. A loud cheer erupted from the crowd. But this is not the end. It's just the beginning. We will use this success as a stepping stone to reach greater heights and transform Japan's IT industry. The employees' eyes were shining. I saw immense potential in them. And now, I want to call the members of the new team who achieved this success to the stage. Maria, everyone, please come forward. Maria and the other young employees, looking slightly embarrassed, stepped onto the stage. They are the ones who will lead the future of our company and Japan. Give them a big round of applause. The room was filled with thunderous applause. And from now on, I want all employees to follow these young leaders' example. Regardless of age or background, propose new ideas without fear and take on challenges. Our company will fully support such challenges. After the meeting, Maria approached me. President, thank you, but we still have a long way to go. Maria, have confidence. Your strength is the driving force that will change this company and Japan. Keep moving forward without fear. Yes, we will do our best. Late that night, while I was still working in the office, Wilson came to see me. President, the results were outstanding. I regret not trusting the younger employees sooner. Wilson, it's never too late. Now is the time. Use your experience to guide the younger generation. Yes, I will do anything I can to help. Thank you. Our role as veterans is to support the younger generation. Creating an environment where they can fully unleash their potential is our mission. Absolutely, I will be part of that effort. Looking out the window, the city lights shone brightly. Those lights seem to symbolize the bright future of our company and Japan. Wilson, we are still on our journey. We must not become complacent with this success. We must aim even higher. Yes, President. From now on, I will actively propose new ideas. That's right. If we combine your experience with the fresh ideas of the younger generation, we will create even greater innovations. In the following weeks, the company underwent significant changes. The confidence of the young employees grew, and new project proposals came in one after another. Meanwhile, veteran employees supported them, leading to intergenerational collaboration. One day, Maria burst into my office, looking excited. President, there's big news. What's the matter, Maria? Did something happen? Yes, actually, we've received an inquiry about our AI employment support platform from a major company. Oh, that's fantastic news. Which company? Global Corporation. They want to implement our system company-wide. Global Corporation, the largest general trading company in the US. This is big. Yes, but honestly, I'm a bit anxious. Can we really handle such a large project? Maria, have confidence. You've already proven your abilities with the Sonic Technology project. Besides, the entire company will support you if needed. There's nothing to fear. Thank you. We'll give it our all. This project became a significant turning point for our company. Dealing with a prestigious company like Global Corporation greatly enhanced our credibility. Moreover, the news created ripples throughout the industry, drawing attention to our innovative approach. 3 months after the project began, the AI employment support platform was successfully implemented at Global Corporation. The results were astounding. The employment rate of people with disabilities increased by 30%. Employee job satisfaction improved by 25%, and overall productivity went up by 20%. These achievements were widely covered in industry magazines and economic newspapers. Headlines read, Tech Innovations Youth-Led Reforms Transform US Work Culture. Following this success, our company received numerous new project offers and partnership requests. However, new challenges also arose with our rapid growth. Securing and training talent, ensuring quality control, and improving internal communication were just a few of the issues we needed to address. Nevertheless, our employees tackled these challenges positively. One day, we received a call from the Japan Business Federation. They requested a keynote speech at a symposium on work-style reform in Japan. Everyone, listen up. Our efforts have been recognized, and we've been asked to speak at the Japan Business Federation Symposium. Cheers erupted from the employees. But we must not be satisfied with this. Our challenge has just begun. We aim to change the way all of Japan works. Let's continue with that level of determination. President, tell us more about your bigger dreams. All right. Our next goal is to expand this AI employment support platform globally. With our innovative system from Japan, we aim to change the way people work around the world. That is our new vision. The employees' eyes shone with excitement. I could see great potential and passion within them. Everyone, let's go. We still have a lot to do. Our journey to change the world starts here. A resounding applause filled the room. At that moment, I was certain our company would become a powerful force that changes not only the US but also the world. The road ahead would not be easy. However, walking it with these young and passionate employees, we could overcome any obstacle. Our challenge was just beginning. Starting with our success with Sonic Technology, Tech Innovation's reputation rapidly soared. Young-led projects continue to produce results, drawing attention both inside and outside the industry. With this momentum, I decided to implement the next bold reform: the introduction of an open HR system. For all employees, one morning, at an all-company meeting, I began explaining the new system. Everyone, from today we are introducing the open HR system. This system will make all personnel evaluations and project assignments completely transparent. Anyone can apply for the project they want, and the project leader will decide whether to hire them. The room buzzed with excitement. There was a mix of surprise and anticipation among the employees. Furthermore, we are revamping the salary system. Base salaries will be standardized, and substantial bonuses will be awarded based on performance. This means that even younger employees can earn more than veterans if they achieve great results. While the old guard board members frowned, the young employees' eyes shone brightly. And finally, the progress and outcomes of all projects will be made public within the company. We will create an environment where everyone can evaluate and learn from each other's work. After this announcement, the company began to move forward significantly. Many employees actively applied for new projects, and cooperation across departments began. A month later, the results of the new system started to become visible. Project completion speed improved by an average of 30%, and customer satisfaction increased significantly. Moreover, employee work motivation surveys showed a 40% improvement compared to the previous year. This success caught the industry's attention. Several major media outlets featured Tech Innovation's reforms as special reports. One day, an invitation from the Japan Business Federation arrived. They requested a keynote speech at a symposium-themed work-style reform in the US. I stood on stage and spoke about our company's reforms. The problem many American companies face is the inability to maximize their employees' potential. Removing the negative effects of seniority-based systems and siloed organizations, and creating an environment where all employees can freely demonstrate their talents is the key to fostering innovation. The audience erupted in applause. After the speech, many business leaders asked about the details of our reforms. Tech Innovation's reforms became a significant topic in American corporate culture. While forces trying to maintain the old system still existed, the wave of change was undoubtedly spreading. Back at the company, I smiled with satisfaction. We were still on our journey, but we were undeniably getting closer to our ideal company. I felt that this reform had the potential to spread across the US. A year had passed since Tech Innovation's reforms. The company had achieved phenomenal growth and established itself as a leading company in the industry. One day, I called Maria Taylor to my office. "Maria, look at the results of your AI employment support platform." Seeing the data displayed on the big screen, Maria gasped. The employment rate of people with disabilities in the implementing companies has increased by an average of 30%, and their workplace retention rate has improved by 50%. You've changed many lives. Tears welled up in Maria's eyes. "Thank you, but it's all thanks to everyone's support." "No, it's a result of your talent and hard work, and I have an important announcement for you." Maria looked anxious. "Actually, I've decided to step down as president next month." "What? Why?" The company is well on track. From now on, I want to leave it to the younger generation. And I paused for a moment. I would like to nominate you as the next president. Maria's face froze in shock. Me? But I still lack experience. Your abilities are more than enough. And most importantly, you embody our company's values. Harnessing young talent and driving innovation. That's the future of tech innovation. Maria responded with a trembling voice. I understand. I will do my best. I have high expectations for you. The following week, an all-company meeting was held. I stood on the stage and announced my resignation and Maria's appointment as president. The room buzzed with murmurs, but soon erupted into applause. Finally, I want to tell everyone, our company's strength lies in maximizing each individual's talents. Regardless of age or background, we value ability and ideas. Please, never forget this principle. I quietly handed the microphone to Maria as she stepped onto the stage. She began to speak, her voice nervous but strong. I was once a new employee who was told to eat lunch in the restroom. But thanks to President Johnson's reforms, I found my potential. From now on, I will do everything I can to help each of you realize your potential. The room filled with applause. The young employee's eyes were shining with hope. I smiled with satisfaction. The company was undoubtedly moving in the right direction. I was confident that this wave of change would spread throughout Japan. After stepping down, I decided to travel across the US, giving lectures at companies and schools. Based on my experience at Tech Innovation, I advocated for work-style reforms and the promotion of innovation in the US. A new era was dawning. And it all started with an encounter with a new employee in front of the restroom. Life sometimes hides significant turning points in unexpected places. A year after being ousted from Tech Innovation, the life of former HR manager Mike Miller had taken a drastic turn. After resigning, Mike relied on his connections to join another major company as a mid-career hire. However, he tried to impose the same old HR management practices, which led to backlash from young employees. He was fired after just 3 months for significantly lowering the morale of contract employees. Mike then sought jobs at several companies. But rumors about his time at Tech Innovation had spread throughout the industry, and no one was willing to hire him. Ultimately, Mike started a career consulting business. But his outdated values and inflexible guidance methods were not well received by modern job seekers. One day, Mike happened to pass by some Tech Innovation employees on the street. They were animatedly discussing work, and among them was Maria Taylor. Mike hid in the shadows, watching them with a complex expression of jealousy and regret. That night, Mike was in his cheap apartment, watching a special feature on Tech Innovation on TV. On the screen, the new president, Maria Taylor, spoke passionately. Our company is a place where all employees, regardless of age or background, can maximize their talents. Mike turned off the TV with a bitter expression. Beside him were numerous resumes he still hadn't sent out. Damn it, if only I had been more flexible back then. Mike let out a deep sigh and reached for a cheap whiskey. He was beginning to realize that his stubbornness had ruined his life. But that realization came too late. Mike's miserable fate starkly illustrated the dangers of refusing to change. His mistakes had cost him a ticket to a brilliant future. 2 years after stepping down from Tech Innovation, James Johnson's life was filled with a new mission. Johnson founded the Japan Corporate Innovation Promotion Association and traveled across the country giving lectures. His lectures were always packed, with many business leaders and young employees eagerly listening. One day, Johnson was giving a special lecture at his alma mater. Don't be afraid of change. Change is the source of innovation. After the lecture, a student approached Johnson. Johnson, I want to start a company like yours in the future, but where should I start? Johnson smiled and replied, First, have your own beliefs and have the courage to fight for those beliefs, the path will open up naturally. The student's eyes shone with excitement. This moment was Johnson's greatest joy. The following month, Johnson was appointed to the Cabinet Office's Work Style Reform Promotion Committee. His experience and insights would now contribute to national policy making. On his days off, Johnson cherished his time with family. He would go on picnics with his wife and 2 children, spending leisurely days together. These were things he couldn't do when he was always busy with work. One night, Johnson looked up at the starry sky from his home balcony. His wife came and stood beside him. "Honey, do you have any regrets about leaving the company?" Johnson gently smiled. "Not at all, in fact. I feel more fulfilled now. I have the chance to change not just one company, but all of Japan." She rested her head on his arm. "And I get to spend more time with you and the kids." Johnson felt a deep sense of satisfaction. His life had become what he always dreamed it would be. The action of saving one employee was changing his own life and Japan's future. The next day, Johnson left the house briskly for a new lecture. In his eyes, there was a shining hope for a future yet unseen.